very needed. Hey guys, it's V. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am so excited for today's vlog because I literally haven't written since December, and in this vlog I'm gonna finally start draft 2, and I'm so excited to be writing again because I just haven't been writing for so long. Quick little disclaimer, I think we just have to get used to me having one hand painted and one not because apparently I'm lazy. But last time I checked in with you guys, I finished reading draft 1 of my NaNoWriMo project. And since then, I've spent the past 2 weeks or so making a new outline for draft 2. So I took my list of revisions, the list of big major changes that I needed to make from the reread, and I applied it to this new outline. And now that it's all there, all that's left to do is literally go chapter by chapter and rewrite this draft. Now, this is not going to take a month like my first one. This is definitely going to take a lot longer. But the good thing about my first draft was that I heavily outlined it before going into it, so there's not much plot structure changes that need to be made for this draft. So I'm not changing a lot, but I'm still gonna go through chapter by chapter, line by line, and rewrite it because I can definitely improve the writing prose itself. So that's what I'm gonna do. My tentative plan for right now is that I'm going to work on the developmental changes and edits in this second draft plus writing prose enough that I can give it to beta readers after. Scary, I know, because I've never had a beta reader, so I don't know how this works, but we'll figure it out together. But anyways, that's my tentative plan. Who knows, I could come back next week and change my mind completely, but my goal is to get this draft as good as I can get it for now, so I can give it to beta readers and they can give me some feedback before working on the edit where I'm actually just sticking to the writing language, the writing prose, which would be like the final edit. Because I don't want to work on that yet if someone gives me my work back and they're like, okay, this needs to be changed, this needs to be changed, you know? So I want to keep the actual like descriptive writing, blah, 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 for the very, very final draft. So yeah, that's my tentative plan. Now, I have been debating for quite some time if I should get Scrivener or not because so many people swear by Scrivener, but I've just been using Google Docs, which is really basic, but it works for me. I've never had any issues with it. I can work offline. I'm never scared that I'm gonna lose my work, and it's just linear. Like it just works for me. I don't know. But one of the goodies for winning NaNoWriMo was 50% off Scrivener, and I think that's a huge discount. So I'm thinking maybe it's time that I get Scrivener and like kind of try to use it for this draft. Yeah, before I thought it was really expensive for something that I didn't need to use. But yeah, with the discount, I think I'm actually going to try to use it for this draft. It seems a little confusing and daunting, but I know that eventually I'll get used to it. So why don't we try to get Scrivener? Okay, so I'm on the NaNoWriMo website, and then here are the winter goodies. I actually missed the NaNoWriMo site. I haven't been on it in a while, but I mean, obviously, but yeah. So, claim your winter goodies. Oh my goodness, we're doing it. We're actually doing it. I'm going to copy the coupon code and claim the Scrivener offer. Okay guys, I'm gonna take this interactive tutorial because I need it. And then I will get back to you guys when I have like everything figured out and set up because you probably don't want to see me do all of that. Hey guys, it's a lot later. I've done the basic setup for my Scrivener and I used Abby Emmons' tutorial for this. It was really, really helpful, so I'll link it in case anyone wants to see it if they decide to use Scrivener for themselves. But yeah, I did a very, very basic setup just for now because I don't want to spend too much time on Scrivener. And then after that, I spent some time redesigning my characters on Artbreeder. If you guys have seen my first video where I outline my first draft, I used this website to create my characters. But come to this point where I've already written draft 1, I feel like I know my characters a lot better, so I decided to redesign them. Now, the odd thing is, I feel like all my characters look exactly the way I picture them, except for Anna, who's my main character. So it's so crazy that my main character is the only one that I'm not 100% sure what I want her to look like. But that's just the way that it is right now. So, with all that done, now I can start writing, and I'm so excited. So for draft 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it out in Scrivener, and I'm going to have my first draft open in my binder. This has my printed first draft. Now I don't want to use the draft that I typed up because I feel like I'm going to be so tempted to copy and paste parts into the second draft, like by justifying it by saying things like, oh, this is good enough, or I really liked this part, so I'm going to just copy and paste it. And I don't want to do that. In my revisions, I wrote down parts that I do want to keep, like sentences and stuff, but if anything, if I come to that, I just want to retype it because I don't want to find excuses to keep a lot of parts of my first draft. I really want to go through and make everything better. So that's what I'm going to do for now, see how that goes. Again, this draft is going to be a lot longer, but it will be much better for it at the end of the day. Okay, time to start draft 2. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, it's 4 o'clock. I spent the majority of my morning doing schoolwork, but I had like a little window where I could squeeze in writing time, and so that's, you just saw, I just had like a mini writing session. I have to say, it's weird editing while writing. Like every time I open my laptop now and I'm starting fresh, like a new session of writing, I reread what I last wrote and edit through it, and it's just so weird because, you know, for my first draft, I don't let myself edit at all, so it's like, I feel like I'm doing something I'm not allowed to do. I'm like, is this illegal? But yeah, since I'm editing as well as writing, the word count is a lot slower, but like I said, that's totally fine because it's my second draft, and I'd rather this draft be as good as I can possibly make it because, like I said, I want to be able to send this draft to beta readers when I'm done, so I'm totally fine with letting myself edit while I'm writing, and for that, having a shorter word count by the end of a session. But I have a lot of schoolwork, so I don't know if I'll be able to get another writing session in today, which is kind of sucks. But yeah, very happy with the writing session I just had, and I will see you guys next time I'm doing something interesting. Currently reading Shadow and Bone right now, and I've been loving the routine of just reading before bed, like literally doing nothing else after, just reading and then bed. It's literally so relaxing, and I look forward to it literally every single day. I make my tea, get cozy, and then I just read for the night. But Shadow and Bone's like my evening book at the moment, and then during the day I'm reading Better Than the Movies on my ebook because when I'm writing, which is usually during the day, I said this before, but I like to read my genre, like the genre that I'm writing. So Better Than the Movies is a YA romance, so it's my genre. So that's what I like to do. But yeah, after reading, I'm gonna shower and then call it a night. Early, it's only like 8 o'clock, but I have clinical tomorrow at 7, and so I wake up at 5, and I want enough sleep before clinical. Waking up early is not fun at all, but clinical itself is actually super fun. I've been blessed with like the best clinical supervisor, and like the nurses that we shadow are also amazing. I can see just how hard it is for them to work during the pandemic, but they've been so accommodating to us. So honestly, I can't say anything bad about the clinical experience right now. It's just, besides waking up early, that's just the only thing that I don't like. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to read, shower, and then call it a night, and then I'll see you guys at some point tomorrow. Bye! Hey friends, it's Thursday. I'm so sorry. Like I predicted, I did not film or write after clinical yesterday because I was just so tired when I got back, and I just read for a little bit and then went to bed. But it's Thursday now, it's 2 o'clock, I had a test this morning and a bunch of schoolwork, got all of that done and out of the way, and I'm excited to sit down and write. But first, I wanted to show you a package that came in today because I'm so excited. My books from Book Outlet came, and I'm literally so excited. My best friend recommended this site to me because they literally have like new books for really, really good prices. And I think it's because I buy books directly from publishing companies. I'm not too sure, I forget. But I just had to do a haul when she told me about this website, and my books are here. I'm so excited. So these are the books I got. I got Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that, but the cover is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And this is a hardcover. I'm gonna put the price on the screen if I remember to, because I forget how much I paid for this, but like a hardcover for less than $25 is such a good steal. So really excited to read this. I also got Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I'm so excited for this one because I love enemy to lovers trope, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. No, I'm sure that that's what this is. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to read this. I also got Dear Evan Hansen. One of you guys actually recommended this book to me in my Come Book Shopping With Me vlog, where I asked you guys to recommend books. And I really, really want to read this because I watched the movie. It was amazing. I cried. It was just so touching. And then I went to Goodreads and I looked at the preview of this book, and it already looked so good. So I'm very excited to have this on my shelf because honestly, the message behind this whole story is just amazing. And I totally recommend the movie, the musical, to anyone who hasn't yet seen it. So yeah, I can't recommend the book because I haven't read it, but I'm sure it's good. Okay, I'm so excited for this one. It's written solely by Black authors, and I love The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas, and The Sun is also starred by Nicola Yoon. So when I saw their names on here, I was like, I have to get this book. But I think, yeah, it follows a bunch of love stories on a night in New York City where there's a blackout. I think that's the premise, but I'm very, very excited to read this. Editing Venus here. Sorry the clip cut off, but basically I was saying I got Better Together by Christine Riccio, and I very much judge books by its cover, so I got this because it's really pretty. But also the premise sounds really good, so very excited to read this. Anyway, exciting new books aside, I'm gonna sit down and write. Okay, you guys, I am done for the night. I'm so happy. I just finished chapter 2 of this rewrite, and this chapter is sitting at 2,000 words. My first one is at 1,000 words. So currently in total, I'm at like 3.8K of my second draft of this manuscript, and I'm very, very excited about it. This process is going so great so far. I get why they say for draft 1, literally just sit down and write, because I'm just so happy that for this draft I have something to work with, and I'm really, really liking the process of just making everything better so far. Those are just my initial thoughts, at least. But yeah, very excited to have the first 2 chapters down, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this second draft writing process. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!